This episode of Florida is Sinking is brought to you by our supporting listeners, specifically Todd Gleb, who is one of our Tier for Fear patrons, which is, of course, our highest tier over on patreon.com. And for his contributions, Todd receives some monthly bonus episodes like the one that just dropped yesterday, where Jeremy and I discuss the 1990 decision that Two Live Crew's album met the legal classification of obscenity. An interesting time in South Florida history. So you can get that and all the other bonus episodes by becoming a supporting listener over at floridaissinking.com/Patreon, or go to patreon.com and look for Florida is Sinking. Thanks again, Todd. And now, on to the show.
Recorded live from a back porch somewhere in Volusia County. It's Florida is Sinking with Brent and Jeremy. Now kick back, relax, and enjoy the show. Or don't.
He said Florida's slowly sinking, sinking into the ocean. Too little, too late.
Welcome to Florida is Sinking, a native podcast of the strangest state. I'm Brent. You're Jeremy.
I am.
And it is 1,000 degrees out.
I was just thinking, we got to get a bug zapper in this
You
porch.
know what happened is my screen is so old, and I've been wanting to redo it
Since the start of the podcast?
since I've owned this house.
Right.
And there's a giant hole. So when we have the lights on out here on the back porch, then the
It's
bugs
right by my
can get
legs,
through.
too, and they're really...
It's bad. It is bad, yeah.
A
We
bug
should get those
zapper.
little like tennis racket ones.
Whoa!
There's bzz, you just hear it. Bzz.
I loved a good bug zapper when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that sound. Sound of
The
death.
guy across the street has one, like right on his
Oh,
front
really?
porch. Yeah, he's got that purple glow. At night.
Yes. I miss that glow. Why'd they quit making those?
Yeah. I don't know. There's still one over there.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they used to be everywhere.
Yeah, I
you don't
think
really
it's
see them as
just
much anymore.
kind of, they're kind of,
Inhumane?
well, no. Well, maybe. Who knows at the tide of
Yeah.
the culture? Who knows? It could be a reason.
I mean, it's basically the electric chair for mosquitoes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That should be how they do
But
it.
they voluntarily, they walk into it.
That should be how they do it. You know, they give you that last meal when you die.
Uh-huh.
It should just be one of the items you touch to eat. Just boom, shocks you.
Yeah. But then you would know, and you're like,
No one would know. They don't have to tell anyone.
oh, okay. So how are they going to electrify like a baked potato?
Oh, we'll figure it out. That one's easy. Ah.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, they can
Yeah.
light up light bulbs.
That one's not difficult. Uh-huh. It's going to be the chocolate mousse that they have to work hard on.
Yeah. What would your last meal be?
We have had this discussion before.
We've been doing the podcast too long. If all our, it's
we've
like
come
it's
back
like
around.
Seinfeld. Yeah, like
I
haven't we had
think
this
it's-
conversation before.
It's weird, bro, because I guess it depends on my mood. My favorite food is salmon. Like eating salmon and freedom fries, I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
But when my wife makes breakfast, like freedom toast
Mm-hmm.
with some good Mrs. Buttersworth on top, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we had this conversation. We're in agreement that I'm a Mrs. Buttersworth over Aunt Jemima's.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. Aunt Jemima, please. Please. I told my boys about Mrs. Buttersworth. She's the greatest.
She's a pretty cool chick.
I feel like they've altered her image, though.
Mrs. Buttersworth?
Yeah.
Probably. I feel like that's you got to stay current with the times.
Yeah. I would be interested to see a Mrs. Butters. I'm not drunk. A Mrs.
Buttersworth?
She's a good looker. She's a looker. As sweet as can be. But I mean, I'd be interested to see an image from Mrs. Buttersworth in circa 1987.
We could probably Google that.
Nah, I don't think the internet has stuff like that.
No joke.
I think it's
I had a coworker sent me a text, said, "Who was your friend that was on
don't
Legends of
even
the
say
Hidden
it.
Temple?" Right? Because the conversation came up one time. Oh,
Right.
I know a guy that went, and another coworker apparently was on the show with somebody from Deltona.
Get out of here.
So, but turns out she was a purple parrot.
Oh, bunch of losers.
So, but anyway, so I I Googled, because I know the YouTube is out there.
Right.
I Googled like Jeremy LaCourte Legends of the Hidden Temple, and there's a there's a Legends of the Hidden Temple wiki.
Oh yeah.
And you have
pops
a
up.
page.
No.
So I sent her
Yeah.
like your page, your wiki page.
Dude, am I coming to speak to the school now? I have an assembly?
Kids,
All right.
we've got a treat for you.
Remember that show your parents mentioned once when you were a kid?
Yeah. Did you ever have, like channel 7,528?
Like,
was-
oh my gosh, is Joey Fatone here? Close. Yeah.
Oh man. What were we even talking? Oh, last meal. Yeah. I don't know.
What's your last meal?
Probably
Swedish meatballs.
steak and potatoes.
Ugh, boy, you are a boring man.
Dude, I am. My wife brought home, so she went to this like I don't know why
Singles
they do
club?
this, but yeah, they have these like drug companies and stuff, and they have big dinners for all like
Oh yeah, yeah.
pharmacists and doctors and nurses and all this stuff. But they always invite people that are like really not, like my wife. She's like, oh, look, I'm not the one prescribing these medications. I can't do anything about it.
Right.
But they invite all these nurses and stuff. So she got to go to this fancy dinner, and
Ooh.
she brought home a whole bunch for me.
Free drugs?
No. The meal.
Bro,
The
I was
meal.
like, let's spice this episode up.
No, the meal.
Give me a mirror and a razor blade.
And anyway, I had a whole bunch of like filet.
Oof.
It was really good.
Yeah.
That was my lunch today.
Oh, that's
that? Like,
amazing.
I just heat it up in the oven, have a nice little filet for.
Oh, yeah, you don't work anymore.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Summer break.
Wow. Wow, I was on Legend in Temple. I still got to work in the summer. That's ridiculous. You should be giving that assembly.
Yeah. We get the similar to that is like teachers, we get the like the book reps. They come and they like try to convince you to use their book.
Scholastic?
I don't think Scholastic does
No?
too many textbooks, but Pearson, they'll have like you go to some conference and then they're like, hey, there's like this guy, creepy guy shows up
Right.
like, hey, you want to get drinks later? And you're like, who are you? And he's
Talk
like,
about geometry?
and he splash your card like, hey, drinks on me, man. All you
Dude,
gotta do is
call
use
me.
the Pearson. Yeah. All
I'll
right.
show up.
You hit the news?
No, let's talk a little bit more.
You want to banter a little more?
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah, for all those who are still listening.
This just in.
One Florida gun store owner. Meanwhile,
Florida.
The bugs are really getting bad right now.
They're so bad,
It's like
dude.
we're going to have to power through this episode, man.
I can barely, yeah. I hear the buzzing in my ear.
Oh, gosh. How? You have headphones on.
That's what I'm saying. That's how big they are.
You let one in.
I bet you I did.
I have bug spray. You want bug spray?
No, I'll be all right.
Okay.
Welcome to the 12-minute episode.
Yeah. Listen, we do this for the sinkers. That's
right.
We struggle through battling these bugs. We'll save that for a beef sometime.
Ooh.
Here we go. Florida man wouldn't flush. That's when the police got involved.
Sir, I'm going to ask you one more time. we got a code brown. We got a code brown up here.
Was it number 1 or number 2, sir?
It's a code brown. You know what that means.
No, I mean,
Oh, asking him? Oh, gotcha.
Florida man was charged with battery after police were called by his angry roommate who said he refused to flush the toilet. Of course, there's more to the tale because, well, it's Florida. It's hot. It just does things to people. According to an Indian River County Sheriff's Department case report
Indian food was involved.
about a disturbance, deputies were called by Diana Griffin. The 58-year-old Vero Beach woman and her roommate, Trovon Jardin Patterson, 36, spit on her in her hair and in her face after she repeatedly told him to flush the toilet after he used the commode.
Oh.
When Patterson started cursing at her, she told deputies she picked up a plunger quote, and began swinging it at Patterson to keep him away.
Plunger. Let me ask you a question. What are your feelings on getting to the end of the toilet paper roll? By the way, plunger is a really good.
Yes,
For that one.
perhaps the best.
Okay. What are your feelings? Because if I get to the end of the toilet paper roll and I'm good to go, I don't feel I have to replace it. I look at it like they don't ask the Super Bowl champs to sweep up the glitter at the end. Because you know what I mean? Like, I've successfully used the amount I need. I'm done here. We're done here.
Yeah, so you're equating using the bathroom with winning the Super Bowl.
I mean, if using the right amount of squares of the toilet paper, not necessarily the bathroom.
Gotcha. Okay. The perfect amount.
Right.
You get the one that's like the extra one that's folded over
Oh, you know it.
and glued on.
Yeah, you know when you get to the end of that roll and you're like, God, I just need 7 squares. If it's 3, I'm going to be angry.
Are you talking in a public bathroom or are you talking at home?
At home.
At
I'm
home?
never replacing in a public bathroom.
Of course.
Yeah,
But-
so I don't bring rolls with me.
well, look,
Do you?
I replace the toilet paper because I love my wife.
Oh, there we go. She doesn't listen, dude. You don't have to do
I
that.
know. I still replace the toilet
okay.
paper. Yeah.
All right. Does it
all I
bother
do.
you when she doesn't? Does it bother you when there's an empty roll holder and then half a roll next to
That
it
started.
because somebody decided not
Yeah.
to put it on?
A little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit. Take the 10 seconds. And the what do you call the roll holder?
Roller. I'm 90% sure it's a roller.
Roller?
Oh, we're 2 for 2 tonight.
Yeah, the holder, you know. Anyway, the old ones were like you had to squeeze the ends together.
gosh.
Those were a pain. I would never
Yes.
change that. But the one I have now, it's just a lever. You just lift it up, slides off, slides in.
Golden
And
age.
I
We're in a
purposely
golden
got
age.
that one.
You
'cause, like,
purposely got that one?
oh man, the bugs are making us silly. All right. So back to swinging a plunger.
Yeah.
She was fending him off with a plunger, which is probably a
It's disgusting. I don't want that thing anywhere near me.
like okay, all right. I give up. I give
Right.
up. Deputies found Patterson a short time later, several blocks away. His arrest record in Indian River lists an arrest on battery charges when he was accused of spitting in his roommate's face over a dispute about a messy apartment. So this is like his go-to.
Yeah, I'm
Like, hey, hey, man, you mind just picking up after yourself? What'd you say?
Come here, say that
You
again.
say something? According to the latest report, Patterson told deputies he spit on Griffin, but did so only, quote, after she attacked him with a cooking pot.
Oh,
You got to go frying pan. That's the
that's the tangled way.
that's the kitchenware weapon of choice.
I would say a knife would be the one of choice.
Yeah, butcher knife or frying pan.
Yeah, not a butter knife.
That's option A. Option
What's
B.
the worst kitchen item to attack somebody with? I know what
Probably
it is.
like a one of those rubber spatulas.
Whisk.
Oh, I feel like I could do some damage with a whisk.
Because it's going to hit him, it's not going to do anything.
What if it's one that has the the gun and then they both spin? A
Oh, I mean,
mixer?
electric is different.
You get the electric
I'm talking
mixer?
about the one you beat the eggs with.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably.
It's probably the weakest, right?
But it's so flimsy that maybe you could get a little like whip action, like a switch.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. I'm going to try that later. Wake up. Hey, Liam, wake up.
Tell me if you feel this. Deputies say Patterson showed them a small red area on his forehead. Bong. Where she had hit him with the kitchen pot. But Griffin told deputies that the red mark happened when Patterson ran away from her, smack into a wall as she wielded the plunger. Officers said they saw smeared spit on Griffin's hair, shoulder, and stomach. Patterson has to appear in court on June 18th on the battery charge. So he gets battery charged for spitting, but what about not flushing? There's got to be some punishment there.
You know, I know the punishment. When he goes to prison, they find the nastiest dude in there. He goes into his, drops a deuce, and then they turn the plumbing off. And he's got to sit in there. Right? Right? Think about that.
Yeah. Fits the crime.
Yeah.
Punishment fits the crime.
Eye for an eye. I'm a big Hammurabi's Code fan. That's the eye for an eye.
Okay.
You can dispute that?
No.
Oh, good.
No, not necessarily.
All right, cool.
Yeah. When I was in college, we had communal bathrooms. This is at FSU. The old DeGraff Hall. They tore it down and rebuilt it. Now it's nice. But it used to be a total dump.
Oh,
when
pun
I lived
intended.
there. Yeah. But, people would do the, if it's yellow, let it mellow kind of thing.
Brown, flush it down?
Yeah. Not me, man.
No.
I will not
No.
pee into another person's urine.
No.
Not
it's-
risking the splash.
It's like crossing streams in a sense.
Yeah, dude.
You just don't do it.
So you're not saving the whales, all right? I'm flushing it.
Right.
So you might as well flush it so it doesn't stink up the bathroom.
Yeah.
'Cause
No.
if I come in, I'm flushing it, then I'm going and I'm flushing again.
Right. I'm with you there.
Okay.
I'm not.
Man, too much potty talk on this.
There's a lot of potty
episode.
talk. No, but I'm with you. It weirds me out to do that.
Yeah. Florida man pours salt in Walmart to get rid of evil spirits around him.
But that is a lost move. Actually, it's ash you're supposed to use.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
The
does
smoke
salt,
monster.
Does salt do that? Maybe
I
if he
don't know.
threw it over his right shoulder first.
You know, one year for Halloween, I dressed up as a salt shaker with a gun.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what the costume was?
Wait, assault with a deadly weapon?
Ah, nailed it. That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
It was clever.
I don't like it. That's good. It is good.
But you're going to say
I don't
you
like the
it.
punny one.
I love it. I love it.
Like the ceiling fan or whatever.
What is that?
They wear like a ball cap and like have a pennant and it's like, go ceilings.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah, it's cool.
No, I love that stuff. Dr. Pepper, like someone dressed up as doctor just says pepper on it. I love that.
Yeah,
I think
fine.
that's clever.
They're a doctor that happens to be named Dr. Pepper. That's fine.
Wouldn't that be horrible?
If you're Dr. Pepper, yeah. There's probably 1,000 of them in this country.
You think
alone.
so?
Dr. Peppers? I'm sure.
I don't know, but that would be horrible. That really would. That would make me not want to be in that profession. Right?
What if you were Dr. Pibb? That'd be a good one.
Oh, and they're like, just call me mister.
Yeah.
Dr. Pibb.
that'd be-
Is there a real Dr. Pibb? God, that poor soul.
There's some weird last names, man.
You ever hear a last name and you think, God bless you. It must haunt your dreams.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I teach high school, man. I've seen a lot
man.
of rough names.
Dr. Pibb. Man. Anyway, I wonder if there's a clear Pepsi out there. Claire Pepsi.
Claire Pepsi. Well,
You
Crystal.
blew it. You blew it, Crystal. Oh, Crystal Pepsi.
I'm sure there's a Crystal Pepsi.
Oh, you just blew my mind. It is really Crystal Pepsi. She must have been the most hated person of 1995. Oh,
Yeah.
poor Crystal.
Crystal Pepsi. I feel like Crystal was a name that people probably more born in the 80s, late 80s,
Maybe.
right? I feel like we grew up with crystals. I don't know
Yeah,
if there's
I think
a lot
so.
of young kids with Crystal anymore as a name.
No.
Maybe. I don't know.
Wow. Bella's the big new name, right? Like Bella's.
Oh, yeah.
Like Kayla with a K.
Dude, in the last 3 years, I've had 100 students named Bella, Isabella,
Yeah.
Isabel. Yeah. And they're all in the same class.
I know three. There's 3 women I work with named Amy, all spelled differently. Literally.
Wait, let me try. A-M-Y,
That's one.
A-M-E-I-G-H. That's the weird one.
No.
So, no, that's
I wouldn't
the wrong
talk
spelling?
to someone named that.
Oh, no? I
No.
knew a girl like this, Amy, spelled like that. Okay, so A-M-Y. Well, now I don't even know. A-M-I?
Yep.
A-M-I, that's
And
I would've
AIMEE.
A-I-M-E-E. Aim.
That's right.
Aim-E.
Yeah.
Like a weapon.
I'm telling you. And I'm friends with all of them.
Yeah.
By the way. And it cracks me up. I mean, I know there's different ways to spell Jeremy, I guess. But I just feel like Amy was the one name where parents just went, whatever goes.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to throw it against the wall. Whatever sticks.
Yeah. I'm sure there's like a A-Y-M-E,
Oh, yeah.
you know? Yeah. That's one you could definitely go off the deep end.
Oh, totally.
with
And
the
it's happened.
spelling. I had like 3 Olivias in one class this past year. I just sat them all in the same corner, like they're in the same row. So
That's a
it's like,
great idea.
Olivia, point back there.
Point
Somebody
in
would
general
answer.
direction?
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know about salt though. A Central Florida man told deputies he poured salt on the floor of a Walmart store to get rid of the evil spirits around him. The Pasco Sheriff's Office arrested 38-year-old Damian Dean Cantrell. Damian.
Cantrell. That's an interesting name.
Cantrell?
I feel like we've talked about this. I feel like this guy's come up before. Maybe not. But Damien, you're right. Isn't that the son of the devil in the old movie?
I think so.
Damien Cantrell.
A store manager told investigators a man poured salt on the floor and on his feet before walking into the woods near the store.
There you go.
The manager said he wanted the man charged with trespassing. A deputy found Cantrell laying under some trees in the woods. But still on Walmart property, he was arrested and taken to the Land O'Lakes Detention Center. That's it. So the question really to me is
Why?
Is salt the appropriate spice here? Is salt a spice?
I think so.
Yeah.
It's also a preservative.
Mm-hmm.
I would say yes. Because it's the cheapest. I mean, you don't want to be
Allspice.
paprika. I mean,
Yeah.
you're walking around with a bag of... How much is a bag of paprika going for these days?
But I feel like paprika is like the ones that, in New Orleans or in Haiti, like those are the ones like the witch doctors are going to...
Oh, you think so?
It's something that has a little color and some kick to it.
Yeah. That's true. What would be your spice you threw around?
Ground pepper.
God, you are a boring man.
No, it's got like...
You
You
know,
know, I think they say you can put that on, to get rid of like feral cats and stuff because they sniff it and it like, hurts their nostrils,
So-
stings them a little bit.
So
and then
your spice
but it might hurt.
is dedicated to getting rid of feral cats.
Well, I mean, have you ever seen that movie Fallen?
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
With Denzel,
Yeah. Okay.
where
Yeah.
there's the demon chasing him
Okay.
and it inhabits the humans and all that, and then
They use pepper.
spoiler at the end, he thinks he kills it because I think the story is like it has to inhabit somebody, and it only has like 30 seconds.
Oh.
So if the body that it's inhabited is killed, then he only has like 30 seconds to find somebody else,
Oh.
and so he shoots the guy. And he like he takes him out into the middle of nowhere, and he gets the guy to chase him out in the middle of nowhere, the demon that is, and then he kills him. And you think he wins, but spoiler alert, at the end, he finds a stray cat.
Oh.
So see?
Dude, I just rented that movie. I was going to watch it tonight. Oh, man.
You're on a 1993
You blew
kick.
it.
Yeah.
You blew it.
You want Virtuosity next?
That might be a new movie my dad reviews for his 3D.
Tell your dad about I bet you your dad would love Virtuosity.
Okay.
It was like Denzel and Russell Crowe.
Oh, that's it. You had him at Russell
Yes.
Crowe. What year did
I
it come
wanna
out?
hear probably 91, 92,
Okay, he's in.
93.
He'll review it. He hasn't reviewed anything post 2013.
Yeah, tell him I want to see the YouTube review of that.
All right.
For sure. Because that would be great.
Hey,
I'm
guys.
gonna look it up real quick. Virtuosity.
By the way,
1995.
I know you didn't ask me, but ground cinnamon sugar would be the one I spread around.
Cinnamon sugar would be good.
That's good,
'Cause then
right?
if you just like but what if you get like you're stuck, you're worried about the spirit, so you're staying within this little circle of cinnamon sugar, and then you get a little hungry.
You're
You're gonna be tempted to eat that stuff, and then if you eat it, then you're susceptible.
And I'm
again
not
to
going to
the
lie to you.
spirits.
Normally, lines go right up my nose.
You've been making too many drug
Sorry.
references.
You know, I
lately.
do that at work all the time. Like,
Uh-huh.
because we've got this promotion, me and like 3 other people, and I was like, it's like, what are you going to get with your promotion?
Congratulations.
Oh, thanks, man. And we were making these jokes about it, and I was like, well, be honest, dude.
Hookers.
I've always wanted to try drugs. Like getting around. It's like, I've never been able to afford a drug habit. It's kind of interesting. I was thinking of, because it's been stressful, but it helps people out from what I can see. And this guy's like, dude, I don't know if I can hang out with you anymore. It's like, I can't hang out by this water cooler anymore. Yeah.
You're like, I want to, get into some of the real drugs now. Instead, I've just been using meth for all this time.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
I get
I've been
myself
basically
some cocaine or
raiding my
heroin or
parents'
something.
medicine
drugs.
cabinets, but now that I can afford it, maybe
Jeez.
some white lobsters in the future. And you want to talk about production? My production going through the roof.
All you gotta do is ignore the little white powder on my nose.
That's right. What do you talk?
I think I saw a story recently where somebody found a massive white lobster,
Oh, really?
like a whole colony.
I was gonna watch that Netflix
Of
thing you
square
suggested
groupers.
with that,
Oh yeah, what was it called? I forget what it's called.
but it was the
Cocaine Island or
Yeah.
something. Story was this guy, this Florida guy. We should have him on the pod.
Oh, he probably would do it.
He there was like this guy that lived in his town and was always telling this story about how he came across a square grouper that washed up on the shore
Right.
down in Puerto Rico or some small Caribbean island. I think it was Puerto Rico, but I can't remember exactly.
Okay.
And so he buried it on his property. And he was always telling this story. He didn't live there anymore. He lives up in like somewhere outside of Gainesville or Ocala or something. And this guy was like, the recession hit 2008 and like he had a huge construction business and it basically went belly up. Not completely, but they
Right.
were living in a
Enough.
nice house and all of a sudden they're living in a trailer. And he goes, I'm going to go find these drugs. The thing is, what was crazy to me is that it was buried for like 20 years. Like, does
Well,
that hold? I mean, isn't
I
there an
don't-
expiration date on
I
the
was gonna say,
side of a
I was gonna say, I don't
square
think they
grouper?
stamp it. I don't think they stamp it on there.
But anyway,
Isn't it like canned soup? Like it's good for 100 years?
I would imagine,
Okay.
I guess. Who knows?
Only one way to find out, brother.
So anyway, so the documentary is about him going down to find these drugs so he can make some money.
I was gonna watch it. I got about 10 minutes into it, and then I can't remember what happened. But my wife left, and I went, "Oof, I better watch Lost." Because I'm back
While
on
I can.
Lost. Yeah.
Man arrested for domestic ketchup battery.
Well,
Yeah, I'm not even going to read this.
why?
We've had enough.
Food related battery?
Stop with the food fighting Florida man stories.
I have had visions
It's not even news anymore.
and dreams where I throw up, something at somebody.
Although a ketchup bottle is probably the one that could do the most damage.
Yeah.
Is this a
Metal
is this
or plastic? A metal.
Is it a glass Heinz bottle? Because that could be,
That'll knock you
especially
out.
if you hit them with the 57.
Ooh.
The ketchup would shoot out.
Yes. Well, that might be a way to get it on my burger faster.
Yeah. Well, you know the trick. Right? You got to hit the 57.
What does that mean?
You don't know that.
I don't know this.
On the glass bottles, you turn it upside down, you shake it, it never comes out. You have to hold it on an angle, and it's on the corner. There's little 57s on the glass. You hit the 57,
Oh, you know what it is?
comes out every time. I guarantee it. Don't put the knife up in there.
No. I don't know. We don't have silver knives like you. I think you and Brittany were rich and we were poor.
No.
So we had a plastic squeeze bottle and you had your glass
No, it's
champagne
at a diner.
When you had
and stuff.
your champagne flutes.
No, look, my family's all from Pittsburgh. Heinz ketchup is like running through our veins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Don't invite me over if you have hunts. All right. I'll walk out.
I'll remember that. I'm gonna tell my wife to go buy some hunts. We can quit coming over my house.
Yeah, so I feel like there's two stories you could just stop sending us: alligators attacking, or
no.
just showing up, or food related batteries.
Don't stop sending them.
Well, yeah,
we'll weed
you
through
can still
them.
send them,
Yeah, because
but we're not going to read them on the show.
what are you talking about?
All right, we'll read them
Condiment of choice
for
to-
a fight.
for significant to hate your significant other with.
Stop
No, but I mean, if you're picking a condiment for
mustard
oh yeah,
because it's just smells, and
and you're not getting that stain out.
no.
That fight's going to be on that Abercrombie and Fitch shirt for the rest of your life.
Yeah, and I feel like with the cone-shaped like nozzle, you could probably get some distance if you wanted to just aim and squeeze.
Yeah.
More so than the ketchup bottles.
Yeah, because
They just have the circular
Yeah, you're not
hole.
going to tell them, hold still while I hit the 57. You're not going to sit there for that.
Florida man breaks into home claiming he was getting away from alligators, deputies say.
Done. Let him in.
Yeah. I feel like this could be legit because, as we mentioned last week,
Yeah.
the Gators have started the war.
They're on the hunt.
The battles have begun. Florida man was arrested after a homeowner found him in his kitchen. The man, who is charged with burglary, said he was inside the stranger's home because alligators were chasing him. Sheriff's deputies in Collier County said Brian Berkeley was told by the homeowner to leave, but instead grabbed ice cream, then went outside.
You know what? I'm just going to take my ice
Okay.
cream and go home.
I'm leaving.
Wait,
I'm leaving.
You win.
But
But before I go,
you don't mind if I take
Very
this
hot out
drumstick here, do you?
by the way, it is smoking hot outside. Am I right in saying that it's hotter now than it's probably ever been that you remember?
Right now? No.
Dude, honestly,
Now, ask me in July.
but I mean, I don't remember being this hot ever in May and June.
Oh, I think the heat has been delayed the longest that I can remember.
But I don't remember it being
Like,
this
we're in
hot.
June.
I don't remember being this hot. Dude,
Oh, I feel like
I
this
can't
is
take my dog
this is
out
like
for-
late March weather to me.
you're
Is
out of your
the way
gourd.
I remember it.
Well, then you were much more glasses half full than I remember you being since we last hung out.
I've been very thankful for the long spring.
I'm with you there. I went to Carolina kayaking last week,
Which one?
the northern one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's the better one.
is it
I think so.
really? Probably.
Yeah.
Although I do love Table Rock, I'm going to say it's a
Yeah.
50-50.
Yeah. Hootie and Blowfish is pretty good. That's the South Carolina.
You brought me back to South Carolina. Anyway, it was 88 in the day. You ready for this? 63 at night.
Yeah, that's nice.
I was in a hammock tent. I had to basically buy a blanket because I was cold. I was wrapped in sheets, but I had to go and buy a blanket because the first night I was freezing. I mean, you just don't get that.
True. I went to Tallahassee last weekend.
Man from Tallahassee, great Lost episode.
The heat index was 107.
Oh,
So what's up?
that's at 7 a.m. here.
No, it's hotter there than it is here. It really is, dude. I'm telling you. You don't realize how much of the like sea breeze we get in the middle of the state
Okay.
that they do not get. It's swampland up there, dude. It's just muggy, and I mean it's muggy here too. But I'm telling you, it's worse up there.
Well,
There is no breeze.
okay.
Yeah.
It's gross. We should just, I'm telling you, global warming couldn't come fast enough.
What do we pay you guys for? Florida man calls 911 to brag after fleeing deputy.
Oh, that's a bold move, Cotton. That's great.
Florida man
You
who
can't even find me.
keep him on the line. It's like the cop movies, you know. Oh, I needed 2 more seconds. He must have known.
Yeah.
Florida man who fled a traffic stop was arrested after authorities say he called 911. I almost said 911. Do people call it 911? Call it 911? I called 911.
The rumor growing up was don't call it 911 because a kid that doesn't know any better is going to look for the number 11 on the phone.
Yeah, that's probably true. That's probably good.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep it simple.
Keep it safe. No, let's keep it secret. Keep it safe. The ring, do you still have it?
See something, say something.
I was doing Lord of the Rings. What were you doing?
The police.
Oh, got it. Got it.
Police cliches.
Okay.
Yeah. Lord of the Rings, though. Pretty good.
We've mentioned so far the greatest story of all time and the greatest television show of all time in this episode. Undisputed. Undisputed.
I'm a Seinfeld guy. To me, Seinfeld is
That was a
my
great
favorite
show.
all-time TV show.
Yeah.
Lost. Look, I loved Lost. I'm not trying just to argue.
Which is normally your motive.
No, that's not true. We don't do that. We agree a lot on this show.
Yeah, I think so.
We're not like the people on sports talk radio. They just
Right.
whatever you say, then I have to take the opposite.
Yeah, I got you.
Although maybe we should do that more.
We should do a sports talk episode one time where we should do that as one of our bonus episodes where we just get 5 things and we debate them and you pick one side and I pick another.
Okay.
All right, cool.
All right. Nicholas Jones, 19, was arrested on May 5th on charges including reckless driving,
Cinco de Mayo?
fleeing and eluding. Oh, I didn't know that was a charge. You could get charged for successfully eluding the police.
That's sort of like they should give you a slow clap when you get to the
Yeah.
police station.
Like,
You
yeah,
eluded us.
you got us this time.
Ha!
You may have won the battle, but the war's not over, son. Misusing 9/11 and violation of probation, according to St. John's County Sheriff's Office. According to the report, a deputy tried to pull over a white Hyundai during a traffic stop when the car sped away. An hour later, a man called 911 to let them know he was the driver. I want you to know I ran from a cop 30 minutes to an hour ago. I was the guy that over there off of King's Estates. Like, what do we pay you guys for? Like, I've driven past 4 cops, the caller said. Quote, I mean, he turned his lights on me and got behind me, and as he was walking up to my car, I did a donut around him and left him.
I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, he probably just pulled off.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true.
Like, did the donut.
This reminds me of a great, and we've mentioned him before, Gary Goldman bit, where he steals from Trader Joe's, but then he calls them later because he steals a muffin because he just didn't want to wait in line. He goes, forget it, I'm gonna steal this muffin, and he leaves. But he calls the guy later, and he's like, hey, you know who this is? The guy who robbed you. He goes through the whole thing. That's a pretty bold move. I like it.
Okay, you want to now see the officer, or what is your question? The 911 operator replied.
Oh, that's a stalling tactic.
Yeah. Like, my question is, I'm assuming he put an APB out that has someone looking for my car. So, like, he definitely got the plate number. But I've passed, 4 cops just driving around. Like, what are you guys doing? The caller said. According to the report, deputies were able to track the phone call. Who was wanted
amazing.
on a separate warrant. He was arrested the next day and asked why he called 911. That cop had no right to stop me. I saw him turn his lights and sirens on and was going to stop, but I didn't want to.
Well, if you didn't want to,
Adding
sir.
that he ran because he thought it would be, quote, fun.
See, don't you think we need to make an example of this guy? Actually, you don't, but I do, because I know we're on opposite ends of this. You know what you do with this guy? 30 years in prison. 30 years. Minimum sentence.
What happened to eye for an eye?
So what do I do? How do you eye for an eye for that? How do you eye for eye that?
Well, you...
I'm listening. I'm always down for a good suggestion.
yeah, I don't know.
Poke his eye out? Does you want? Let's poke his eye out.
No, you fine him for damages.
What are the damages?
Well, he's using up valuable resources.
That's true.
He's wasting a cop's time looking for him. He's wasting the 911.
Okay.
What do you call him? 911
Operator.
And, potentially other people will need to call 911.
So you fine him $30,000.
Yeah, that'd be hefty. Whatever the damages are.
Take his car
That could be one for sure.
and his bicycle and give him a pogo stick. So he has to go. Hey, bro, figure it out.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
When I was a kid, I was like, I thought those were hard. They looked very hard, but they're not hard to do.
Oh, yeah? Let's prove that.
Yeah, you can jump. I can jump on a pogo stick.
All right, unicycle.
I couldn't do like a backflip like those people do.
Oh, I'd love to see you try.
No, I wouldn't even try.
What about giving this guy a unicycle?
That would be good.
That would be a sweet
I've
punishment,
never
right?
tried a unicycle.
I've never either.
There was a kid at my school that rode a unicycle around.
Oh, really?
And there was one time one of the admins was like, I was walking by and she was like, go get that unicycle from him. I've told him like 5 times today. So I had to go up to the kid and I was like, hey, man, I got to take the unicycle.
And he said,
It's
find
like-
my meaning. He got his stilts and he walked away.
I was like, I'm sorry, man.
Dude, I remember I was watching my wife and I, this is years ago. I think it was probably even before we had kids. Just the news was on in the morning. And they were talking about some kid that was promoting being nice in school or whatever. And they're like,
What a loser.
I know, right? What a dork.
Nerd.
Which, by the way, I've always said, the best way to get rid of bullying. Get rid of all those dorks. Am I right? Good being a nerd. Anyway, so this kid was promoting being nice in school, and they did, like B-roll, B footage is?
Yeah.
So they're just showing him walking around, whatever. They're like, this is Steven Johnson or whatever, and he wants to, and as they're talking about it, he walks out his front, he gets on a unicycle, and he just goes down the sidewalk to school. And I was like, I go, wow. I paused it, I went back, and didn't even mention the unicycle, not once. Not once in the whole story.
You can't have that as the B-roll.
Yeah, I told
Like
Brittany,
behind the narration.
I go, what is weird about this? It's so weird.
Are we supposed to just go, oh, yeah, naturally?
Yeah, of course.
He's just riding his unicycle. The deputies told Jones that they were only able to arrest him because he called 911. Quote, that's funny, so I told on myself, Jones said, according to the arrest report. No cop can catch me in my Hyundai Elantra.
That's beautiful.
That thing is fast, he said. Jail records showed Jones remained behind bars without bond Wednesday.
Wow.
Yeah. So, let's see. What else we got? Florida man arrested for hitting mom in head with corn cob. All right. We got another food related. Yeah. Florida man shared cell block with famed Alcatraz escapees. That's cool. Allegedly, they escaped. Snake slithers out of toilet, bites Florida man on arm. Why did he have his arm in the toilet? It's the real question.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Sorry, I'm just rushing through these because I know we're short on time. Yep, that's it.
Cool.
What's next? Q&A?
Yeah, why not?
All right.
Q. A. Q. A. Q.
Hey, were any of those articles from the Florida Daily?
No.
Ah, man.
Why? What's up?
Well, they've been sending us this stuff.
Oh, they have?
Yes.
Who are they sending it to?
Matt's sending it to Matt O'Hearn. He's sending it to our Florida Sinking message.
Oh. On
Yeah.
Facebook?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you got to pull those up then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Going forward, I'll do that.
Okay. Orlando man's attempt to flee cops takes wrong turn. Well,
Wait a minute.
what was that one about?
Fleeing cops and he pulled his vehicle into a parking lot of the Hilton
Oh,
Double
yeah.
Tree?
No, I did see that message from Matt.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, okay. So that's why I had this pulled up, actually. So then he had highlighted this line because I read the headline. I'm like, okay, what's weird about that? Orlando man's attempt to flee cops takes wrong turn. But then it said the Orlando police report says Santiago Melendez was fleeing cops when he pulled his vehicle into the parking lot of a Hilton Doubletree across from the Universal Orlando, bailed out, and started to run away. He was spotted by no less than 5 witnesses who were all off-duty police officers attending a law enforcement conference at the hotel.
All right, that's awesome.
Incredible. That's out of a movie.
Yeah, that's great.
All right, this question is from Jordan Bryan. He says, favorite Florida craft brewery. My vote is Engine 15 out of Jack's Beach.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Huh.
We got to go with the local.
I mean,
DeBerry's Finest.
yeah, actually my
Central
favorite.
28.
Central 28. My favorite, probably, I'm an IPA man, is their Show Pigeon. It's awesome. I do like High Lie,
Yep.
which is a cigar
Tampa,
city.
right? Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Cigar City in Tampa. But they have, up in Jacksonville, they have that Mad Manatee that your brother gave me one time, which is really good too. But if I'm picking one, it's going to be Show Pigeon Central 28. If you've never had it, give it a shot. It's excellent. But the funny thing is they don't bottle those and send those out. They send their Upriver out, which is good, and their Globe Trekker. No bueno. But yeah, that's my favorite. And not just because they're local guys. It is really delicious beer.
Yeah. It helps that they're local, though.
Yeah, I mean, they're like 2 miles from here. No, they're a mile from here.
Not even. Yeah.
How are you not a full-blown alcoholic? I would be if I lived that close to the brewery, although I'm only a mile more away.
Yeah. What do you,
if I could walk there.
Jordan also wants to know, can we please discuss the love bug crisis of 2019? There are an elevated number of love bugs. He said, nothing more annoying than two-winged, overzealous love-making creatures ruining my Tuesday afternoon.
Aren't they gone? Isn't it over now?
My Tuesday afternoon margaritas. Hashtag UF didn't do it. No, we all know that UF did.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. They invented two things.
Gatorade.
Love bugs and Gatorade. Yeah.
Love bugs.
Yeah.
And jorts.
Jorts. Good, nice. I do not cross. I think this is different if you cross bridges. Anyone that crosses a bridge over water, which sounds like a country song.
Troubled water?
That
was actually Simon and Garfunkel clip.
Whatever. That they're going to hit it harder, especially like Jessup. I mean, that's basically like going through a wall. And I don't have anything. I get an I-4 for 100 yards on my daily commute. So I don't have necessarily too much input on this as of recently.
Yeah, no, there seems to be more this year than normal. So I don't know what the deal is. I've seen some pictures, though, where they're just swarming on people's houses and stuff.
Like locusts.
Like, yeah, it's like a plague.
Ooh.
Biblical proportions.
A Florida plague.
It's love bugs. Crocodiles or alligators. Love bugs, yeah.
Yeah.
What else? Snakes in toilets.
Mm-hmm. Red tide.
Oh, my gosh.
Don't forget about the red tide.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, we're a plague-ridden state. Elderly.
Who will be our Moses?
Yeah.
Tim Tebow.
That was an easy one.
All right. I think that there was a couple of other things, but we're kind of short on time. Yeah. Wait. Quick few things.
Yeah, no rush.
There was this Prangifo, Prengifo.
Yeah,
Prangifo on Twitter says this picture of somebody's hood. You know, we've been having the people have been sending in their license plates.
Oh yeah, I've had some real
the vanity
winners.
plates, which
Right.
I saw one I sent to you and Jason. And I was like, this is the
might be
winner,
the winner.
front runner
Yeah.
right now, and it just said DeBerry.
You're right.
Which is awesome. But this guy sent in a car hood that he must have spotted. It looks like probably a 92 Chevy. What do you call that? A Cavalier, I think.
It says, "Rock and roll will never die," and it has Kiss and Nickelback with their pictures
Painted
with their faces.
Yeah, little flames.
Dude, that is ridiculous.
Some flames in there.
You know what that I think that is? I think that's your wife goes out of town, we all hang out, I know somebody, and I paint the front of your truck with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Don't you think
yeah.
that's a prank?
Yeah.
It's got to be a prank, right?
It has to be, because, I mean, that's rough.
Dude, that's funny.
We were speaking about the heat, and this guy, Orlando Brandon, on Twitter, he was saying, he tweeted us that he was going to a wedding outside, jacket required.
Ugh.
He said, it seems like torture to me.
Well, that's what marriage is, am I right?
Jenny and I once went to a wedding in Houston in July. It was 100. It was outside. It was at sunset.
Oh, okay.
So it's a little better, but it was 115 degrees.
Oh my gosh, that's horrible.
It wasn't real formal, so you didn't have to wear a jacket or anything. But
Or shirt.
still, I mean,
I didn't wear a shirt.
I wanted to just tie around the forehead, you know.
Wow, that came later.
Yeah, that's brutal. And then one other thing, did you see this video of the leopard scaling the tree? So, okay, it was this video in Africa. There was a baby leopard in a tree.
Okay.
This male leopard came up and just flew up this tree like it was nothing because he was going to attack the baby. And then out of nowhere, the mother leopard, you see her off in the distance, come just flying and just sprints up this tree. I'm talking less than a second, goes up like
No
25 feet.
No, I've never seen
Like
I
a
didn't see
pine
it.
tree. No branches, just running up the tree sideways. And then the two big cats fight and they fall out of the tree.
No way. No, I've not seen it.
It's insane, and it really has me questioning my I could survive a big cat attack.
All right, let me see. Do you have it ready or no? We could watch another time if you need some time to bring it up.
We'll watch it after.
Okay,
after
okay,
we
cool.
record. Yeah. So if you haven't seen it, go to our Twitter page and look it up. All right, anything else? 5-star.
Yeah,
5-star we got?
Yes, you know it. 5-star review. 5-star review. It's great. I love that. That's probably my favorite.
The glass shattering?
No, the whole thing.
Oh.
Just the entirety of it. This is from CGB Dane, and it's titled A Must Listen Podcast. By the way, we're up to 77 5-stars.
Okay, we're getting there.
Yeah, we're only 25 away from 100. All right. As a wannabe Floridian.
Wanna believe?
wait.
That's Central 28, really.
Yeah, way to set the bar low if you want to be a Floridian. I look forward to every episode of this podcast. Brent and Jeremy never fail to deliver a funny, entertaining, and informative podcast.
Wow.
About-
Only deliver it on time. That's what we
Yeah, well, consistency again. About all of the goings-on in the strangest state. Thanks for making my commute in the cold, wet rains of Seattle way more bearable.
Awesome.
Whoa, dude. That's the
Pacific
other side of the
Northwest.
planet.
That's about as far as you can get from us and be in the continental United States.
If you went that
Wait,
far east,
does
wouldn't you
Alaska-
end up in Europe?
Oh, that's a good
Pretty
question.
close, right?
I don't know.
That's pretty close.
How
many
wide
miles?
is the Atlantic Ocean?
How deep is your love? How deep is the ocean? All right, hold on.
Is Alaska part of the continental United States?
No, it's not. It's not that.
But it's on the same continent.
No. Yes, it's a continent.
So-
No, continental. Yes.
So
Contiguous. No.
Okay.
The only state not part of the continental United States, I guess, would then be Hawaii.
Or Guam.
Let's.
Puerto Rico.
Those are both commonwealths. Get out of here. Come on.
Puerto Rico
No.
wants to be a state.
Of course it does.
To which
Just
I
give
say, why would you want to pay taxes?
exactly. Right? It's like getting married.
Yeah.
I mean, please.
I'll trade you. Let's swap.
If you went as far east as you would go west to Seattle, you would be dead in the Atlantic Ocean.
You would just
It's got to be a little
driving.
further.
Okay.
Let's be a little further. So there's that.
Yeah. All right. You want to see this video of the leopard real quick?
I have to watch it if it's prepared. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, it's only 12 seconds. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's quick.
Oh! That's amazing.
Dude, they walk up that tree
That's amazing.
as
You're
if
not gonna wanna
gravity
fight with
doesn't
that.
exist.
No way, dude. Did you know that the cheetah is actually the second fastest animal on the planet?
Behind what? A hummingbird.
Me. You walk right into that. I do it with my kids all the time. Did you know the silverback gorilla is the second strongest animal on the planet? Dad jokes.
Yeah.
Speaking of which.
Yes. Our bonus episode.
Mm-hmm. Hey, man. Well, this was great.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as always, leave us a 5-star review. Send us any of your questions at questions@flissinking.com.
No, Florida's thinking.
I know.
Yeah.
Just making you correct me. If you have any of those. And hey, thanks for tuning in.
Yes.
Tell
Thank
a
you.
friend.
Please do. That'd be a nice thing to do. That would brighten our day.
Hmm.
When you get to work in Seattle, rainy,
Right.
cold, rainy Seattle.
Everyone's all sad.
Yeah, you
They're
got.
great coffee.
They're still mourning Kurt Cobain.
Oh, goodness.
You say.
Jeez, way to twist the knife.
Sorry.
Jeez. Goodness gracious.
I'm sorry.
But they're happy they still got Eddie Vedder
Yeah. Eddie
Right.
Vedder's still doing fine.
kicking it.
But he claims Chicago now.
Does he?
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
Yeah. Oh, well. Anyway,
Tell a friend.
tell a friend
And we'll see you next time.
if there's a next time.